Good morning. Welcome to the 78th Commencement at Marist College. I am Kent Reinhardt, Associate Vice President for Enrollment, Management, and Dean of Undergraduate Admission. Commencement is a time of reflection, satisfaction, and excitement for our graduates. It celebrates the culmination of their hard work and dedication. Our ceremony today is a momentous occasion in the lives of our graduates and also in the history of our college. It is our honor to celebrate with you and guide you through the ceremony. Please be advised that visitors are able to view the entire ceremony in indoor climate-controlled locations throughout campus. These include the McCann Arena, Murray Student Center, Fusco Recital Hall, Nellie Goletti Theater, Cabaret, and classrooms in Donnelly Hall. The safety and security of our Marist community is always our priority. Should you need it, Marist and Fairview Fire Department EMTs are on site to provide medical assistance. Marist also has extensive security protocols in place and trained staff present. For more safety details, reach out to our safety and security staff, find a commencement team member, or scan the QR code found in the back of your program. The musical activities for today's ceremony are arranged by the Marist Music Program. The Marist Singers are directed by Christopher Wincoop. I am pleased to introduce the Order of the Academic Procession. First in the order is the Grand Marshal, Dr. Joanne Myers, Associate Professor of Political Science. Next in the procession is the Marist Army ROTC Color Guard, supervised by Dave Rogers, Master Sergeant, retired. The faculty from all 6 of our schools of study will now process into the campus green. In celebration of our faculty guiding our students here to graduation, they will form a corridor on the steps of the green to help usher our students to the last milestone of their undergraduate journey. The graduates will now enter the procession by marching through the faculty corridor. Entering 2 by 2, the first academic schools to emerge onto the green will be the School of Management and the School of Communication and the Arts. Leading the graduates from the School of Management are the Student Marshal, Stephen John Devery Jr., and the Faculty Marshal, Marshal, Dr. Helen Rothberg, Professor of Management, Business Policy, and Strategy. This school contains majors in accounting, business administration, and economics. Candidates from the School of Communication and the Arts are being escorted by the Student Marshal, David Root, and the Faculty Marshal, Art Himmelberger, Distinguished Lecturer of Music. The school contains programs in fine arts, studio art, digital media, communication, fashion design, fashion merchandising, games and emerging media, media studies and production, interior design, conservation studies, and music. Next in the procession are the School of Science and the School of Liberal Arts. Candidates from the School of Science are being escorted by the Student Marshal, Serene L. Jamal, and Faculty Marshal, Dr. Zion Kloss, Associate Professor of Environmental Science. This school contains majors in biology, biochemistry, biomedical sciences, chemistry, environmental science and policy, athletic training, and medical technology. Candidates in the School of Liberal Arts are being escorted by the Student Marshal, Christina Lubrano, and Faculty Marshal, Dr. Gregory Mahacek, Professor of English. This school contains programs in English, history, philosophy, religion, political science, American studies, French, Spanish, Italian, and paralegal studies. Next in the procession are the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences and the School of Computer Science and Mathematics. Leading the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences are the Student Marshal, Kira Hollyview, and Faculty Marshal, Faith Cousins, Professional Lecturer of Psychology. This school contains programs in criminal justice, psychology, teacher education, social work, and sociology. Leading the School of Computer Science and Mathematics are the Student Marshal, Kyle Mulkins, and Faculty Marshal, Dr. Joseph Kirtland, Professor of Mathematics. This school contains majors in computer science, cybersecurity, data science and analytics, information technology and systems, mathematics, and applied mathematics. As the degree candidates finish passing through the corridor, the faculty will join them in the procession order. Following the faculty are members of the college administrative staff and members of the President's cabinet. They are followed by members of the Board of Trustees. The next group in the procession is the platform party, which contains the deans of each academic school and our honored guests, including student leaders, Emma Spiro, valedictorian, Erica Catherine Kosman, salutatorian, Amanda DeFalco, student body president, and Tyler Street, senior class president. At the end of the procession comes the chair of the faculty, Dr. Nicholas Marshall, Associate Professor of History. He carries the Marist College mace, a Roman and medieval symbol, with a three-sided crown and the seal of the college. Its design represents the three ideals of the college, honoring the traditions of the Marist brothers who founded the college: excellence in education, the importance of community, and a commitment to service. Last in the procession is President Kevin Weinman. President Weinman wears a robe with 4 velvet chevrons on the sleeve, symbolizing his presidential role at the college. The 4th chevron was hand-tailored by members of the Fashion Department faculty. Thank you for your attention. At this time, I would like to introduce the leader of our ceremonies for the commencement program, Catherine Gunther Kodot, Provost and Dean of Faculty.
Good morning, everyone. A special welcome to you, families and friends of our graduates. We are honored today by your presence and that of our distinguished guests, members of the Board of Trustees, and friends of the college. Let us now stay standing for the presentation of the colors by the Marist Army ROTC, followed by our national anthem, which will be sung by members of the Marist College Singers. Please remain standing after the anthem for the invocation, which will be offered by Dr. Edward Antonio, Vice President of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Greetings and welcome. We're all from diverse backgrounds, encompassing various faiths, religious and secular traditions, perspectives, and experiences. Some among us do not adhere to any faith or religion. We acknowledge and respect that. Yet, whatever our beliefs, we are here united by our shared humanity. I invite you, in the spirit of our shared humanity, to join me in this invocation. Source of life, wisdom, learning, and knowledge, recognized by many names in many and various traditions, and also revered as the source of faith, values, and truth. We gather here today to invoke all that is good, excellent, true, honorable, welcoming, and inclusive. We seek the courage and openness to embrace these values as the foundation of our celebrations today. We express our gratitude to the faculty who over 4 years have ignited the curiosity, passion, and sense of wonder in our graduates, guiding them to this moment of success. We express our gratitude to the support staff who have accompanied and supported our graduates throughout their journeys. We are grateful to the families, parents, and siblings who have encouraged and supported our graduates along the way. We celebrate the graduates themselves for their motivation, discipline, and hard work, which has led them to this great achievement. Let us be grateful for minds that have learned to think critically. Let us be grateful for the graduates' ability to engage with and solve the expected and unexpected problems of a challenging and complex world. Let us be grateful for the sense of integrity, compassion, and justice that our graduates now bring to the world as they leave Marist. Let us be grateful for all that a Marist education consistently nurtures and delivers. Let us be thankful for all that is good, excellent, true, honorable, welcoming, and inclusive. Let us together invoke the source of gratitude and inclusion for our celebrations today. Thank you.
Please be seated. More than 7 decades ago, Marist's first commencement took place right here, outdoors, next to Greystone. That initial graduating class consisted of 4 Marist brothers. Their diplomas had been ordered, but had not yet arrived, and still, they held a ceremony and then a supper in honor of the graduates. Right after supper, Brother Paul Ambrose Fontaine, the head of the college, put the 4 graduates in a station wagon and took them all out for banana splits. And look at us now. The nearly 1,600 graduates in the class of 2024 bring the number of Marist alumni to over 51,000 worldwide. Yes, let's give a round of applause. Your class is among the most diverse in college history. You hail from 32 states and 19 countries. You had the option of 53 major fields of study. You could have earned a degree entirely at our branch campus in Florence, Italy, or spent your first year exclusively in Florence or Dublin. Your accomplishments in the classroom, the laboratory, the studio, the theater, the campus garden, and community, and in internships, clubs, and sports teams are equally varied and remarkable. One thing that hasn't changed in all those decades is the joy and pride we bring to this celebration of the class of 2024 in Marist's 78th Commencement ceremony. Yes. I would now like to introduce Marist College President, Dr. Kevin Weinman.
Class of 24, you made it. Congratulations, this is your day. First, let me recognize today's speaker and honorary degree recipient, Christine Brennan. Christine, it's an honor to have you here. Your career accomplishments as a sports journalist, columnist, author, and commentator are impressive and wide-ranging. Soon we'll hear more about Christine from our new director of the Center for Sports Communication, Andrew Elrick. For now, I just wanted to highlight Christine's passion for students. She serves on the board at Northwestern and has founded a scholarship for women in sports media that has funded internships for nearly 200 students. But her love for students is on full display in other ways. I met Christine at an event held by the Center for Sports Communication honoring Bob Costas 2 years ago. Afterwards, our students, some of them are here today, swarmed Christine with questions, and she graciously held court with them for what must have been ages. I was touched by this, and I took this photo myself. That explains why it's blurry. She was the last one to leave. That's a small window into her character and her desire to help the next generation begin to make its mark. And at nearly midnight last night, Christine did a CNN spot about the Scotty Scheffler situation and was still up bright and early to have breakfast with about a dozen of our students once again to talk about careers in sports media. Christine, thank you all for what you've done in your field, for Marist, and for being here with us today. I look forward to your address in a few minutes. All right, on to the graduates of the class of 2024. What a journey it's been. For most of you, this is the first proper commencement ceremony you've had since middle school. I don't need to tell you, okay, well, applaud that. I don't need to tell you that a lot has happened since then, but I will anyway. I want to start with the current moment. The violence in the Middle East has hit you hard. I know this because you've told me in many settings and in many ways. I know many of you are suffering, struggling, and fearful. Others of you are angry or despondent. Some of you are experiencing all of these emotions at once. I know you see world events through many different lenses, and you have a wide range of views of what is happening and what needs to happen next in the Middle East, here in the United States, and on college campuses, including your own. I know you don't all agree with each other. I would never expect you to. Yet through it all, you've listened to each other, those you agree with and those you don't. You've remained respectful of each other and of the Marist community as a whole. As such, you've been a model for higher education, for the country, and for the world. Marist College seniors, I'm proud of you. You've shown you can be engaged with the world around you while still showing care and concern for each other and for the Marist community as a whole. For that, I personally want to thank you. You've answered my call for conversation, and you've helped me learn from you. For that, I'll be forever grateful. All right, for those of you who started here at Marist in the fall of 2020, you arrived at the height of the pandemic. Times were tough. Mask mandates, testing, isolation, and quarantine made things difficult, even as all were necessary. But you came together as a community to power through it. It wasn't always easy, but you did it. You missed out on some Marist traditions, such as ringing the bell during admitted student weekend. Other traditions, including the move-in day photo at Tenney Stadium and the first-year t-shirt, were modified or delayed. We tried to recreate these moments over the last few days, and while that's great, it'll never be the same. I know that. So let's create a moment of our own right now. As you know, I try to get as many photos and videos of you on my Instagram as possible. I think we've done pretty well on this point. But in case I missed any one of you over the last few years, how about we take a video right now for me to post? So you're up for it. All right. Now, if this is going to work, I need you to be 1,000% in. Let's show the world how fun Marist is and how much we are ready to celebrate today. As soon as I say go, be as loud as you can be. All right. Ready? Go. So when I did that last year, I got my thumb in the way. I learned that lesson, and I didn't do it this year. So thank you very much. That was great. In addition to COVID, you also made it through some less serious challenges, like parking. I often run on the treadmills overlooking the McCann parking lot, so I got to see firsthand that when one spot opened up, it was like the Hunger Games out there, only way more ruthless. Also, does anyone remember the Coyotes? That seems like a long time ago. Recently, we also had an earthquake or two, not to mention a solar eclipse and the aurora borealis. These are all just science, not signs, but still, it's a little wild. Amidst these challenges, there were so many good times on campus and off. How many of you had the time of your life studying in Florence? Or at another study abroad location? Some of you just can't get enough of Marist, and you're taking the Learning Beyond Commencement for an attachment course beginning next week in places like Greece, London, South Africa, Alaska, Hawaii, and many others. Some of you had a lot of fun swimming in the Hudson River. A few of you even swam in the Hudson legally. There was so much to appreciate and celebrate. Marist theater students put on amazing performances like Our Town and You're in Town. I am still in awe of the Silver Needle Runway fashion show from a couple of weeks ago. Also, other amazing events like Dance Ensemble. So many music performances by the Marist singers, the orchestra, and the band, as well as art and digital media exhibits and honors thesis presentations. You are so talented in so many different ways. I hope you continue to inspire the world the way you inspired the Marist community. As always, I want to express my admiration for our Division I athletes. Marist leads its conference, the MAC, not only in conference championships, but also in academic honor roll selections. Here at Marist, they succeed as students and as athletes. Special shout out to two members of the women's crew team, Natalia Miklos and Avalon Johnson. They had to miss today's ceremony since they qualified for the MAC championships this weekend in New Jersey. We gave them their own ceremony on Thursday to celebrate with their families and teammates. All right, it's time for me to wrap it up. Marist graduates, you transition to alumni today. Once each of you walks across the stage, as Katie mentioned, there will be over 51,000 Marist graduates around the world. As you know, Marist alumni are extremely passionate and well-connected with each other. So many of you will remain friends for years and decades and for the rest of your lives. Once a red fox, always a red fox. Here's a fun fact. Your first reunion will be in 5 years in 2029. This is the same year that Marist will turn 100. Please mark your calendars now. And 100 years is a long time. Please mark your calendars now and come back to campus for a celebration for the ages. Time will fly, and 2029 will be here before you know it. So class of 2024, for all you've been through, I say live it up today. You, more than anyone, have earned it. Go take some photos and drink some champagne in front of Greystone. You've been doing it all week. Congratulations again. We are eager to watch all that you'll accomplish and cheer you on from here. Please stay in touch.
I am pleased now to present our honorary degree recipient. Would Andrew Elric, our incoming director of the Center for Sports Communication, Christine Brennan, distinguished sports columnist and broadcaster, our honoree, Michael Lewis, our registrar, and Ross Morey, chair of the Board of Trustees, please come forward. Mr. Elwick will read the citation honoring Christine Brennan. Mr. Lewis will present the degree, and the academic hood will be placed by Mr. Morey.
Thank you. It is an honor to be here today, and my excitement and enthusiasm for joining Marist are only increased by the opportunity to introduce you to today's distinguished guest. Like most of us who make careers in the world of sports media, Christine Brennan started out as a fan. Growing up in Toledo, Ohio, driving distance from sporting hotbeds like Detroit, Cleveland, Chicago, South Bend, and Ann Arbor, Christine's allegiances were less to individual teams and more to sports themselves. Newspapers, magazines, books, radio and TV broadcasts, whether playing or watching, there was no such thing as too much sports. However, aspiring journalists are asked to separate their fandom from their professional duties, allowing them to think critically about the players, teams, and institutions they cover. For Christine, this tension resolved in a long career that has helped make sports in America and the world a more inclusive, fairer, more egalitarian space. She has shattered glass ceilings herself and paved the way for other women with dreams of a career in sports media to do the same. Soon after her own graduation, Christine became the first female member of the Miami Herald sports section. In September of 1984, she joined the Washington Post, where she was named the first woman beat writer for the city's NFL team. And a few years later, she was elected the first ever president of the Association for Women in Sports Media, an organization dedicated to promoting and supporting women working in sports media. Since joining USA Today as a national columnist in 1997, Christine has been named one of the nation's top 10 sports columnists 3 times by the Associated Press. She has also written 7 books, including the 1996 bestseller Inside Edge, about the world of professional figure skating, named by Sports Illustrated as one of the best 100 sports books of all time. Christine, in recognition of your professional accomplishments, your contributions to society, and for embodying the core values of Marist College, President Weinman will now bestow upon you an honorary doctoral degree. By the powers vested in me by the Regents of the State of New York and the Board of Trustees of Marist College, I hereby bestow upon you the degree, Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, my goodness, thank you so much for that lovely honor. And what a delight it is to be here looking out this glorious scene. Kevin, you have immortalized it, or will, on Instagram, and I'm so glad you have, because this is absolutely awe-inspiring. To President Weinman, to the Board of Trustees, to the administration, members of the administration, members of the faculty, of course, all of you students, and let's not forget the parents, congratulations. It is great. It is great to be here with you, and it is such an honor. I want to start with a special note to the class of 2024. We all know, as Kevin mentioned, that you were the class of 2020 from high school. And that means that most of you missed out on your traditional high school graduation due to the pandemic 4 years ago, which of course was just so incredibly unfortunate. But here you are, and all of us are here today, so let's make sure to celebrate doubly for what you missed due to COVID, although I promise this speech will not be doubly long. This is a celebration of you and all you've accomplished with your families here by your side. I want to take a moment to congratulate the moms and dads in particular who helped guide these wonderful students to this day. Congratulations to the parents. Now, when I think of that guidance, I think of all the advice and the tips that you graduates received over the last 4 years and probably over the last 22 years. And so I'm guessing that as much as you love your parents, you don't necessarily need to hear any more advice from them, at least right now. So instead, how about getting some advice from my parents? Before I offer you some of their life lessons, let me tell you a little bit about my mom and dad. If they had been alive today, they would have been 98. My dad would have turned 98 yesterday, and my mom 95. They grew up on the south side of Chicago during the Great Depression. At the age of 10, my dad had to sell magazines to put food on the table and to buy himself a new pair of glasses at the age of 10. When he and his 2 siblings came home from school and saw their belongings in the front yard, they knew they were being evicted from another apartment. They went to live with an uncle and an aunt who had an actual home before my dad's mother, who was a stenographer, made enough money to rent another apartment and start the process all over again. And my dad joked that my mom's family was rich because they had a car until they didn't. One Christmas Eve, they got into an accident and the car was totaled. My mom told us about seeing their Christmas presents. They always got just one each year, strewn on the street in the snow in Chicago that night. My mom and dad had every reason to think life was unfair, to be jealous or bitter, but they never were. I mean, never. They were the 2 most optimistic people I've ever met. They carved out a beautiful and incredibly successful life for themselves and for us. But this is so interesting. The depression that they lived through still was sitting across the kitchen table from my 3 siblings and I, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, in our parents' stories, in their work ethic, and in the life lessons that they gave us. And now, those life lessons that I pass along to you. Number 1, this ain't no dress rehearsal. This was my dad's favorite. When we would try to correct his grammar and say, Dad, it should be, this isn't a dress rehearsal. He was quite a character. Dad would say, no, you have to say it like that. You have to say it the wrong way. And of course, he would laugh as he told us that. So what did he mean by this ain't no dress rehearsal? You only get one shot at life. You have to go for it. Seize the day, carpe diem, you've heard that before. Give it your best shot. This is it, folks. If you live this way with that attitude, you'll take chances and never play it safe. And trust me, it's a great way to live. The next piece of advice, to whom much is given, much is expected. Now this isn't original to my dad, but he kind of made us think it was for 3 or 4 decades. And it's directed, of course, to all of us fortunate enough to get a college degree, all of you graduates, class of 2024, to be educated at this wonderful university in this great country of ours. This means, simply put, to lend a hand to others, to donate to charities, or to work for charities, to mentor, to be a role model, to be a great citizen and neighbor, to give back in ways big and small throughout your life. Dad used to say to us how lucky we were to be born in this place at this time. Now, I'm sure it didn't feel quite that way for all of you when COVID hit and took out the end of your senior year of high school. But as you sit here 4 years later, I'm hopeful that it does now. And both Mom and Dad would give you one more piece of advice. Vote. Yes, vote. In the presidential election and in every election, no matter whether it's national or for the local school board, vote. Our democracy depends on it. It depends on you. Yeah, let's hear it for voting. Yes. Yeah. The next one goes hand in hand with that one. It's respect and know history. Dad in particular Hey, the history department, I love it. Dad in particular was all about history. We memorized all the books of the Bible and all the presidents in order, and for me, all the World Series winners. And I still can do a pretty decent job on those, but I'm not perfect, not at all. My dad remembered everything, every birthday, every anniversary, which can really, little tip here, which can really make a friend or colleague or someone you haven't seen in a year or so feel great when you remember that it's their birthday or their anniversary. Little tip. He was also all about dates, so much so that he told us to date every piece of paper, and I mean it, every piece of paper we were going to be writing on. As a teenager, I wasn't so sure about this. In fact, I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to put a date on a piece of paper I'm about to throw away? Yes, he said, and I gotta tell you, this was exasperating at times. But, I can't tell you, now standing here, the number of times I've opened an old notebook with an interview I did with an athlete or a coach, months or even years before, and wondered when they said those words, only to see the date that I had put on the top of the page. Thank you, Dad. And mom, she was all about keeping a diary and a journal. I started when I was 10 and I've never stopped. And I strongly suggest you do that as well. It's a great way to get something off your chest. It's a great reference to look back on, and it never argues with you. It's so fun to look back on. I know we're all about iPhones and email these days, but writing things down in a journal is so much more permanent. You can hold it in your hands, and it's forever. My next piece of advice from Mom and Dad. The secret to success is that there is absolutely no secret to success. Working harder than the person next to you will never go out of style. Hard work, dedication to the task, cooperation with others, kindness and respect for others. What worked in 1964, worked in 1994, works in 2024, and will work in 2054. Guaranteed. There's no doubt about the importance. Yeah, the parents in particular are cheering for this. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Also, if you find something you love and you do it as your life's work, you will really never work a day in your life. It's true. I've done it. I did it because when most parents were telling their daughters that they couldn't play sports, and that really happened in the 1960s and 1970s in this country. My mom and dad were saying yes. Yes, you can. You can go out and play baseball with David and Doug Hansen. You can go play with the kids. Go, come back in hours. When I said I wanted to be a sports journalist, I gotta tell you, nothing would have sounded stranger for a girl in the suburbs of Toledo, Ohio, to be saying that in the 1970s. It would have sounded more logical for me to say I wanted to be an astronaut. People would have thought, sure, a woman can walk on the moon, of course, but be a sports writer? No way. But my parents' encouragement to go to Northwestern and go for this dream of mine gave me all the confidence that I needed to embark on the career of my dreams. I love it more today than the day I started. And I'm gearing up for my 21st consecutive Olympic Games in 2 months. It's unbelievable. Thank you. I joke that I work at the Olympics and vacation in Toledo, Ohio. But I'm not the world's best writer, you guys. I'm not the world's best reporter, but I was willing to work harder than anyone else, and I still do. And no one was going to tell me that I couldn't do something. Now, thank you. As a few little ones, old school for sure. When you shake hands, look people in the eye and give them your full name, not just your first name, even if you think they already know who you are, just to make that person feel at ease. Saying please and thank you never goes out of style. In emails, thank someone at the beginning and thank them again at the end. And thank you notes. Mom and Dad were big, really big on thank you notes. I know you're saying, OMG, she's talking about thank you notes. What on earth is going on? Well, you don't have to do it all the time, trust me on that. Maybe just once on a special occasion, or after a big job interview, or when someone took time to meet with you. Actual paper notes, stamps and everything, then dropping it in the mail. You will knock that person's socks off. Finally, the last one, the last piece of advice from me to you today. Choose happiness. Sometimes this world of ours doesn't make this very easy. But when in doubt, absolutely, choose to be happy. It's not always easy to smile, but try, really try. Laughter does help, it also does. Mom used to say, one foot in front of the other, no matter how bad something looks. Put one foot in front of the other and keep going. You get to choose how you go through life. There will always be naysayers out there, always someone telling you that someone who looks like you can't do this, or someone from your hometown or your native country can't do that. There are so many great things in technology, but for sure the internet is a home game for the naysayers. So when you think about the greatness of technology, the awful things can come to mind, certainly with Twitter and X. That's one for sure, right? I can't tell you the number of people who don't love me on Twitter. It's probably into 4 figures, and it might even be 5. But that's okay. I'm a sports columnist. It comes with the territory, and at this stage of my life, I laugh at it, and I certainly deal with it. But it's harder when you're younger, of course. It's harder to deal with that criticism, the naysayers, the people who tell you you can't do something. But my strong advice now, coming from the advice of my parents from another generation, ignore, block, mute, put blinders on. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to anyone. Don't let anyone tell you what you can't do. You're in control of your wonderful life. You are in control, not them. For sure. Look at what we're doing right now. For as great as our technology is, here stands before you a daughter of parents who were born almost 100 years ago, near the beginning of a previous century, the 1900s, passing along advice from their adult lives 50 years ago to you now in the 21st century. You who will be raising the next generation that will easily live well into the 22nd century. Social media, the internet, our laptops, iPhones, you love it, I love it. But there's something about life lessons that need to be told, not texted. So, from my mom and dad's generation to my generation, to now yours, then to your kids, and to their kids, somewhere way into the future, I just have one request. Pass it along. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Brennan. It now gives me great pleasure to acknowledge the students who have earned academic honors. In the program next to the candidates' names, you will see asterisks indicating cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude honors. I would like to invite all the individuals who have earned cum laude honors to please stand and receive our congratulations. Would all the individuals who have earned magna cum laude honors please stand to receive our congratulations? And would all the individuals who have earned summa cum laude honors please stand to receive our congratulations? I now invite this year's valedictorian to speak for the class of 2024. The class valedictorian is Emma Spiro. A psychology major with minors in business and social work, Emma is a presidential scholar, a member of the Dean's Circle, and a member of Psi Chi, the International Psychology Honors Society. For much of her time here, she was also coxswain of our Red Fox women's cruise team. Please join me in welcoming Emma Spiro.
Welcome, fellow Marist Class of 2024 graduates, and welcome to families, friends, guests, faculty, and administration. I want to take a moment to offer special thanks. First, a big thank you to Marist professors. I credit you for helping me develop and nurture a profound love for learning both in and out of the classroom. Thanks to my parents and my sister for their unconditional love and support, which I hope to use as inspiration for others. And lastly, thanks to my friends and my Marist Women's Rowing teammates for showing me that the people truly do make the place. I will treasure and value our friendship always. In hindsight, our class members would likely agree that any preconceived ideas about what a first year of college would look like were not quite accurate. In fact, what should have been a time of anticipation, excitement, and enthusiasm was obscured by the wearing of masks, social distancing, Zoom classes, and safety precautions unimaginable prior to the pandemic. Thus, we were charged with the task of creating our own unique story, one that differed from any previous Marist freshman class. Who from any previous first-year class would believe me if I said that Tenny Stadium would become the spot for social hour at night? Or that when we had to quarantine and McCann closed, my roommate would put me on her back and squat me as part of her workout routine. How cool is it, though, that we were able to adjust our lives in such dramatic ways, even as new pandemic-related restrictions were put in place? Our college story might have begun in an unconventional way, but now that story is ours and only ours. And I think we turned out all right. I would like to offer a very personal reflection too, something that has taken me time to come to terms with, but I think will resonate with many of you. Since the first days of my freshman year, I clung to the belief that each academic experience, each internship, each job would serve as a stepping stone to a predetermined career path. I thought that this was the way it was supposed to be. Would my focus be psychology? Would it be business or biology? I jumped from internship to internship hoping to find my niche, and I felt other people had their path defined for them, and I didn't. Thus, I relied on academic achievement to provide me with purpose, but that never worked either. Any moments of happiness vanished soon after they arrived, and I would look to the next text or assignment to fill a void that I thought only a good grade could satisfy. It was only recently that I accepted the satisfaction I believed was embedded in my academic pursuits was unattainable. In reality, in both academia and beyond, there will always be another assignment on which to succeed or another job to be filled. And the parts of my life I was most obsessed with were replaced by those seemingly insignificant moments that I previously wrote off as being unimportant. like short walks around campus, getting Dunkin' before class, the sharing of laughter around the kitchen table until my sides ached, and most importantly, above all else, going to get a large Diet Coke at McDonald's. I no longer had the expectation that profound experiences should dominate my desire to enjoy life and to feel fulfilled. Happiness is not a waiting game. After 4 years, I'm here to say that we all deserve that happiness, and it is well within our grasp, provided we allow it to flourish. Now, how does this relate to our journey beyond Marist? Some fellow graduates, those who have already decided on a postgraduate path, may be confident in their decision, and that is wonderful. The reality, though, is that many people change careers and jobs multiple times during their lives. View uncertainty not as a weakness, but as a strength. There is both beauty and opportunity in uncertainty. When you develop an appreciation for the seemingly insignificant parts of your day, like getting coffee with friends, catching the sunset on the way home from work, laughing with coworkers on your lunch break, your postgraduate journey will be more meaningful than you could have ever envisioned. I think people would imagine the valedictorian to have it all together, but my friends and family would be the first to tell you that's just not the case. But I'm happy, I'm proud. I work hard, I'm kind, and I value what life presents to me, regardless of whether it reveals a passion or a long-term career path. None of my undergraduate jobs inform me of what I want to do, and from this, I've adopted the attitude that I don't need all the answers. It's not how we grow to be the best versions of ourselves. Approach life with curiosity and embrace the unexpected. Ask yourself, how much can I learn and how can I make an impact, one experience at a time? Just trust that although it may take time, things will work out and we will all find our niche, our sense of purpose, our passion, but understand the realization and acceptance of your purpose, your passion, your niche do not need to dominate your life unless you allow them to. Trust that you are precisely where you are meant to be. Life experiences, lessons learned, and people of all kinds will enter your lives as planned. You all have such exciting journeys ahead of you, but remember to savor life's smaller, random moments. Now, Marist class of 2024. Whether you surround yourselves with familiar faces or you seek out those who you have yet to meet, take pride in the fact that we are all connected and have a story that no one can replicate. One filled with memories and lessons that will forever shape our lives. I am so, so proud of all of you. Your adventure awaits.
Members of the Board of Trustees and Administration, deans and faculty, parents, other relatives, friends of the graduates, and guests. It is my privilege and honor to present the candidates for degrees at this 78th graduation of students from Marist College. Today's graduates are listed in the commencement program. By tradition, graduates whose parents are Marist faculty, staff, or alumni have been afforded the opportunity to invite their parents to assist in the presentation of their diploma. President Weinman, I present to you the candidates for the bachelor's degree. Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the School of Management please come forward? Joining me at the podium is Dean of the School of Management, Will Lamb. And we begin presenting the candidates from the School of Management with Tyler Street, class of 2024.
Tyler
president.
Winston Street. John Abadiello. William Robert Abbott. Braden Ugona Abili. William Jack Aquario. James Lavont Addison. Jaden John Alday. Bryce Miller Alexander. Lillian Marie Algazine. Marco Nicholas Ali. Jay Cerquiera Alves. Mary Christine Aniolik. Jocelyn G. Antonio. Adolfo Ignacio Arana. Meredith Brooke Ardazzoni. Aline Arslanian. Olivia Patricia Adia. Christopher Allen Azuri. Edward Percy Babcock. Joshua Alden Bulkersell. Cameron Michael Ball. Adrian Sebastian Bankowski. Fatima Carolina Barahona Escobar. Alexandra Sky Baranowski. Tyler Drew Barber. Jack Anthony Barone. Brady Allen Bowman. Andy Barisha.
Fanny Victoria Margaretta Betchart.
Keenan Shemar Bingham. Jane Scott Buckman. Devin Curtis Boone. Vita Anna Booth. Connor Mallow Bowes. Shane Aloysius Boyle. Tyler James Bruno. Derek John Bufano. Kelly Thomas Burke. Matthew Richard Burns. Lauren Rose Byrne. Nicole Denise Campbell. Caroline Elizabeth Campion. Rocco James Cardillo. Nicholas Brett Carter. Jack Patrick Casey. Sophia Maria Casano. Carlos Eduardo Castro. Victoria Rosalie Catanzarite. Catherine Margaret Christie. Daniel Cohen. Jason D. Colorado. Aiden Kupchonik. Mason H. Creekmore. Samuel Elias Cernick. Gavin John Crouch. Jacob Brett Courier. Nicholas Gregory D'Amico. Joseph Douglas Daniele. Christopher Marvin Dowser. Martin de la Cruz. John Edward Dean Jr. Armin Nikitan Desai. Stephen John Devery Jr. Matthew Vincent Devine. Joseph Thomas DeVizio. Matthew John de Blasio. Zheyi Jerry Ding. Thomas Frank Dinsmore. Christian Nicholas Mila Duffy. Juliana Marie Engel. Stephen Charles Farishian. Emma Rose Farrell. Kylie Rose Fitzgerald. Brandon Joseph Flissler. Paulo Miguel Flores. Dominic Albert Florio. Andrea Forelli. Cole M. Foster. Nicholas Scott Gabriel. Isabel Garces. Chase Alexander Gardy. Justin Brian Geiger. Carly Rose Serwa Genfi. Anthony Gargiulo Jr. Ryan Joseph Gonfiantini. James Joseph Gillen. Charlotte Patricia Green. William Thatcher Haberlin. John Joseph Haig. Emily Marie Henscom. John Patrick Harris. Jake Michael Harwood. Chance L. Hendricks. Hadley Marie Henry. Mario Michelle Hickey. Christian Alexander Holloway. Matthew Thomas Hosey. Jerome David Jabor Jr. Maxwell Francis Jackson. Sarah Jacob. Stephen C. Jennings. Michael Thomas Jernick. Ilana Maria Karmazinas. Lauren Riley Kazamakis. Samantha Lauren Keller. Thomas John Kellner. Jonathan Thomas Kelly. Kyle Sean Kenlin. Justin Nicholas Kent. Seth Reed Kessler. Mavish Khan. Thomas Andrew Kilroy. Lance Tyler Koenig. Abigail Marie Kosher. Cheryl Maui Nakuma. Claire Edith Lamb. Zachary Thomas Lambrex. Brett Xavier Landis. Julian Ernest Lorenas. Aiden Taylor Lavrich. Connor Patrick Lee. Riley Catherine Lee. Grace Kathleen Lenahan. Jack Wayne Lima. Michael Christopher Lavini. Jack Walter Lockwood. Hannah G. Lopresti. Samuel Bewley Lowe. Brandon Douglas Lutz. Brandon Scott Lysick. Cade Landry Madden. Christopher John Maddy. Gregory Thomas Maffali. Jacqueline Priscilla Mangini. Nina Victoria Matthews. Luke Allen Matthews. Mara Barbara Joyce. Ethan James McCormick. Kian Brian McCormick. John McGowan. Mason Robert McKay. Colin Joseph Vincent McKenna. Max Elliott McLeese. Haley Elizabeth Merrill. Joseph Giovanni Milici. Julie Anna Miller. Benjamin Peter Matrano. Ashley Rose Mongo. Chelsea Araceli Mogrovejo Abril. Christoph Devon Oliver Mooney. Jordan Lynn Newblatt. Shannon Rose Nolan. Christian Ralph Notero. Caroline Grace O'Brien. Daniel Patrick O'Brien. Kendall Lee O'Brien. Sean Patrick O'Connor. Stephen John Pilato II. Chiara Marina Pantano. Ava Ann Panto. Anthony Joseph Pascucci. Amanda Rose Paulus. Christopher Paxis. Jaden R. Peen. Anthony G. Pecorelli. Marco Chaloner Pettigrew. Anthony Michael Pizzolo. Christian Blaze Pluchino. Matthew Popey. Autumn Alana Purcell. Christina Jane Roccanelli. Ronald Henry Ray Jr. Keegan Donald Rehill. Lindsay Ann Robbins. Jillian Elizabeth Romito. Jose G. Rosas Quiros. Christopher Ian Rossetti. Matthew D. Russo. Diana Salazar. Paul Daniel Saurer. John Albert Shard Jr. Michael Francis Shimbino. Luke Asterio Scapino. Marco Daniel Celsi. Ronald Joseph Scambati. James Patrick Sladkey. Alvin Dowan Song. Caitlin Ann Sotilli. Matthew Jerome Stianchi. Brianna Michelle Stolzheimer. Molly Grace Sullivan. Malik Sai. Nicholas E. Cesnat. Jalen Felix Tamarez. Peter A. Tarpinian. Drew Taylor. Connor Patrick Thompson. Ben Bright Thorsheim. Christian J. Todd. Isabella Tanuzzi. Massimo Yucci. Albiana Yukai. Emily Nicole Valentino. Sasha Vandermerva. Martin Verona Vasquez. Carlos Eduardo Vasquez. Griffin Randall Veazey. Patrick Anthony Vergona. Priyanka Vora. Andrea Antoinette Vanan. Sarah Catherine Walsh. Gregory James Warnikowski. Ziad Wazihula. Michael Anthony Wegerbauer. Ellie Ann Wells. Kiana Ciara Tashe Williams. John Woods. Jordan Ray Yeomans. Brian Lee Yetter. Joseph Jack Young.
Congratulations. Thank you. Well done. All right. Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the School of Science come forward? Joining me at the podium is Dean of the School of Science, Alicia Slater. President Weinman, the candidates for the bachelor's degree are
Lujain Eid Al-Ghananim. Basma Khalid Awadallah. Grace Balsbo. Brianna Marie Balzan. Tiffany Alejandra Betancourt Apollo. Jessica Lee Blewett. Caitlin Margaret Bogutsky. August Boland. Amanda Erin Brosnan. Margaret Mary Bulger. Desiree Burgess. Gina Loretta Burkich. Amanda Naomi Caldarelli. Victor M. Cardona. Nicole K. Carrillo. Ashley N. Chang. Anthony Joseph Cetera, Jr. Aaron Alexander Clark. Michael Christopher Colarusso. Marlena Swalina. Sarah Jessica Dill. Sean Francis Duran. Dominic Lewis Dutton. Serene Maher El Jamal. Victoria Rose Enright. Michael Nimmer Fakori. Samantha J. Ferrante. Lauren Hope Fontana. Anastasia Nicoletta Fornares. Abriana Gutierrez. Sydney Luisa Haddad. Benjamin Labetty Hanneman. Gabriella Lynn Heimbauer. Mia Therese Hemi. Michelangelo Hidalgo. John Patrick Ignach. Julia Teresa Iorio. Michaela Elizabeth Cadian. Isabella Kalos. Jacqueline Ann Kiggins. Caroline Rosemary Comenda. Nicholas Chad Korosek. Deanna S. Kraismanis. Amanda Wei-Chun Lee. Andy Elizabeth Lee. Marissa Corinne Liambruno. Kayla Ann Lucia Lewis. Andrew Thomas Maglaris. Ava Margaret Michelini. Michaela Mary Mora. Melissa Megan Murphy. Fiona Rose O'Flynn. Madison Elizabeth Opolinski. Caitlin Elizabeth Parentoni. Anthony Donald Perpetua. Gianna Catherine Perugini. Jay De Silva Pinkins. Landon Douglas Pitts. Jessica Rose Rafferty. Nisa Rajapan. Jared James Reagan. Morgan Jane Reichman. Madeline Rios. Caitlin Cynthia Rostkowski. Allison Sabatino. Sierra Jade Sanchez. Ian Casey Sawyer. Emily Rose Saratore. Sharon Shrestha. Matthew J. Sim. Emily Elizabeth Smalley. Garrett Michael Smith. Reagan Ann Smith. Tinsley Jean Stewart. Nicholas Edson Sume. Brunella Belen Tissoni.
Isabel Macy Van Geisen.
Kelly Rose Wallach. Bonnie Wong. Corey Arbor Weiss. Ryan Francis Wise. Sophie Giselle Younger. Amanda Jamie Zeno.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences please come forward? Joining me at the podium is Dr. Daria Hansen, Associate Professor of Social Work and Director of the Program for Social Work and Sociology. We begin presenting the candidates from the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences with Emma Spiro, valedictorian, and Erica Kosman, our salutatorian.
Emma J. Spiro. Erica Catherine Kosman. Emma Grace Ackler. Amira Ahmad. Julianne Eichelman. Samiha Ajmain. Emily Ellen Alter. Christopher Altro. Amy Grace Ambrosio. Nicholas John Andolina. Nisarindani Antonio Lavariega. Emily Elizabeth Awad. Chloe Ariel Osner. Priscilla Marie Baez. John Michael Baja. Amy Grace Barrick. Timothy John Barrett. Gianna Sally Bartoli. Maria Bendezu. Lauren Casey Bernstein. Elizabeth Badai. Catherine Grace Bilbia. Danielle Elena Baccia. Armand James Boff. Christina Ann Bonarigo. Mame Serwa Bonsu Ado. Michael Raphael Buckley. Sarah Bonagiro. Isabella Clelia Burke. Samantha Louise Caldarelli. John Coleman Callahan. Caitlin Mary Callahan. Michael Francisco Cambria. Ryan Patrick Carlin. Grace Ann Carney. Nicholas Joseph Carullo. Chiara Leah Casson. Gia Marie Catrambone. Jessica Danielle Serrato. Gina Sophia Siafi. Megan Diane Clayton. Zaire Jaden Cooper. Trevor D. Coster. Salvatore Joseph Crescenzo. Gianna Ray Kumba. Lauren Elizabeth Curry. Catherine Casumano. Reham Abdallah Dabashi. Ron Abdallah Dabashi. Matthew Thomas D'Alessandro. Scott Patrick Dalrymple. Christina Lee Dante. Samantha Marie DeCapita. Zaria Kamari DeMember Shazer. Raina Danielle Denning. Ella Hope Diamond. Haley Faith Diaz. Michael Joseph DiFrancesco. Grace DiVincenzo. Anna Dolizzi. Maeve Catherine Donnelly. Nicole Marie Donnelly. Christopher John Dowd. Kelly Ann Doyle. Martina Maria Drago. Sophia Rose Duggan. Rachel Ann Ellers. Kyle Gillis Faherty. Kara Fahey. Brooke Elizabeth Fanueli. Haley Ann Fasano. Sophia Caprice Fazone. Tara Susan Firestein. Samantha Marie Fellens. Erica Brianna Farrell. Michael Stephen Farrow. Emily Forbes. Peyton Jean Fox. Mary Claire Gakowski. Lindsay Noel Gander. Shanna Renee Garvasio Garcia. Dina Marie Jumbo. Ashley Dawn Gladden. Jessica Nicole Goodchis.
So I'm guessing the teacher education students with the
Kiara
decorated by
Lee
their students.
Gomez.
It's so sweet. That's so nice.
Kayla Bell Guerrero.
I'm glad that's allowed now, because it hasn't been.
Julia Elizabeth Haas. Caitlin Sarah Hastings. Brooke Sierra Hetty. Kayla Michelle Himpelli.
Keller Brent Holmes.
Isabel Jones. Roshan Kalika Singh. Catherine Melissa Kasarchi. Gianna Nicole Keenan. Madison Ann Kelly. Tara Kathleen Kenna. Hallie Rose Kerstetter. Olivia Grace Kick. Elizabeth Ann Kiernan. Riley Ann Kohler. Julia Elise Kovacs. Emily Mary Kunch. Zoe Catherine Laflamme. Keon Lee. Clonel Lee. JC Catherine Rose Levithan. Daniel David Lewis.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
Isn't that sweet?
Daniela Alexis Lipoff. Haley A. Logan. Ashley Marie Lorigio. Jacqueline Genevieve Luzar. Julia Maria Mady Aguiar. Lexi Dean Malaterra. James Christian Maltby. Nina Ray Manzi. Kaylee Marie Marmino. Samantha Rose Marone. Jocelyn Ausencia Martinez Lopez. Cameron Page Maruca. Daniel Ren Mascola. Emily Elizabeth Maslin. Kirsten Page Matern. Sophia Beatrice Macer. Emily Jane McCormick. Georgina Grace McGuire. Brielle Lauren McHenry. Nicholas Joseph Marin. Alyssa Lou Mize. Grace Lillian Messenger. Brooke Mackenzie Millard. Christopher Richard Minnick. Anne Elizabeth Maioli. Lauren Melanie Mitchell. Rachel Claire Mondora. Ariana Moreno. Kylie Rain Myers. Amanda Paige Napodano. Sarah Paige Nathan. Gianna Antoinette Nicosia. Eilish Hope Novak. Grace Elizabeth O'Neill. Mackenzie Jordan O'Rourke. Madeline Elizabeth Paleshi. Eleni Pappas. Sanjana M. Patel. Nicholas J. Perlmutter. Rachel Lynn Perry. Tyler John Perry. Angela Marie Picani. Kristen Elizabeth Pierce. Kira Poliview. Lauren Elizabeth Porcelli. Samantha Jordan Petito. Isabella M. Hozulo. Belisa Samira Radonchik. Michelle Marie Ramirez. Anthony Joseph Rayo. Nicole Lynn Rapacello. Lauren Elizabeth Rauch. Devin Piper Reed. Owen T. Riley. Elizabeth Ann Roberts. Madeline Georgia Roberts. Destiny Ann Robinson. Bethany Camille Romano. Hayden J. Ruckel. Nicole Maria Ruggiero. Crystal Kuriha Ryan. Kelly Amanda Ryan. Caroline A. Solomon. Emma Germaine Sampson. Malia Patricia Sands. Samantha R. Sangiovanni. Samaya Keller Saperstein. Isabella Bessie Saya. Kyle Anthony Scalera. Derek William Schrag. Anna Christine Sifneos. Julie Joyce Silberman.
Rachel Beth Silverman.
Sabrina Grace Sylvester. Catherine Elizabeth Skelly. Ariana Dora Smith. Gina Elizabeth Salamondo. Zachary Thomas Soto. Aaron O'Brien Spence. Madison Avery Squires. Akanksha Chaitanya Srinivas. Hannah Jean Stacchini. Jenna Marie Stauffenberg.
Okay, she's sober?
Jordan Sophia Strati. Ariana Jade Sunseri. Arian Surrey. Sophia Carolina Swanson. Noelle Elizabeth Swift. Jemiah Denise Thomas McDonald. Nellie A. Thompson. Jacqueline Kaylee Tildesley. Erin Catherine Trodden. Kelly Rose Trotta. Julia Rose Tuso. Kelly Teresa Unanue. Sydney Vianney. Kristen Mary Vinciguerra. Taylor Marie Vowinkle. Isabella Alexis Walsh. Alyssa Grace Webster. Courtney Michelle Wilkinson. Janya Ann Witherspoon. Rachel Morgan Wolchok.
Jaden Cameron Woodard.
Alice Kerrigan Wright. Vanessa Juliana Zolg. Mackenzie Xenia Zoller. Jillian Paige Zuck.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the School of Communication and the Arts please come forward? Joining me at the podium is Dean of the School of Communication and the Arts, Jacqueline Reich. We begin presenting the candidates from the School of Communication and the Arts with Amanda DeFalco, Student Body President.
Amanda DeFalco. Micah Young On. Madison Rose Eli. Elizabeth Grace Allen. Emily Rose Alonso. Isabella Grace Amodeo. Zoe Drazel Anastas. Oxel Ellis Anderegg Durwood. Lauren A. Anderson. Carly Kate Andrew. Jacob Reeve Andrews. Daisy Jeanette Anguisaka Lazo. Elise Christine Anushian. Miguel Angel Aranjo Garcia. Daria Megan Arena. Sophia Rose Asaro. Christian J. Acerto. Taylor Page Bacchus. Alexander Ball Bronze. Allison June Banning. Madeline Rose Barone. Sherelle Alyssa Battle. Anna Elizabeth Baumeister. Lauren Elizabeth Belden. Christopher John Bellondo. Hannah Jane Belville. Nina Elizabeth Bisco. Simone Michelle Bolger. Sophia E. Bonvegna. Alyssa Rose Borelli. Mackenzie Majlis Borick. Brianna Olivia Bourne. Keegan Laneland Bowen. Kyle Christopher Broner. Mackenzie Elizabeth Bruno.
Livy Lourdes Berg.
Ainsley Maxwell Burns. Megan Jean Burns. Kiara Elizabeth Cameron. Jessica Lynn Cantori. Timothy Joseph Capitelli. Marissa Irene Carboni. Erica Marie Carino. Lauren Rose Carioto. Matthew Agnello Carpenter. Sydney Ann Casano. Jana Lee Catalina. Olivia Ann Cavallero. Aliyah Nicole Chamorro. Catherine Maria Choidi. Avishay Chowdhury. Megan Elizabeth Christensen. Juliana Cirincioni. Monica Inez Rodriguez Clemente. David Ari Cohen. Jessica A. Campito. Gavin L. Cooper. Declan Brian Coors. Ava Elizabeth Copeland. Anthony Lee Cortez. Denise Amber Koskin. Melissa Jacqueline Cotto. Jenna Ann Catone. Archie Carmichael Kuslant. Chloe Ella Corrent. Kathleen Curley. Thomas Edward Curran. Amelie Dean Dare. Jordan David de Guzman. Noah Christopher de Cambra. Gabriela de Chico.
Rebecca Ann DiFrancesco.
Kira Gabriela Dejean. Joseph Thomas Dellavecchia. Robert G. Denker. Emma E. Denahan. Caitlin C. Desiderio. Daniel R. Dessler. Olivia Jane Ruth Dignazio. Evan Thomas Denome. Mbaba Diop. Danielle Elizabeth De Palma. Anthony Salvatore DePonio. Mary Jane Chiaki Ditmar. Aiden Symes Donnelly. Rohan Edward D'Souza. Bridget Elizabeth Ann Dudziak. Paige Elizabeth Duffany. Emmanuel Luke Dyer. Julia Maria Echo. Andrew Warren Eggy. Jessica Ann Eggleston. Nicholas Carlos Esposito. James Timothy Eustace. Caroline Marie Falotico. Kaylin Rose Farrell. Cameron Miles Ferris. Madeline Mary Fay. Lily Ann Feinberg. Leah Fergus. Zoe Isabella Capua Fernandez. Noah Benedict Fernandez. Alyssa Diane Fernandez. Violetta Ferradas. Sarah Kristen Ferrante. Madison K. Ferry. Nikki Alessandra Filias. Kiara Kamari Fisher. Colleen C. Flynn. Anastasia Rose Fontana. Hattie F. Foster. Caitlin Ardell Fracasso. Paul Victor Galano. Aiden James Gallioni. John Vincent Geary. Annika May Geisberger. Christina Grace Giorgio.
She just won a very prestigious award.
Aurora Gianese. Liam Gibbs. Juliette Rose Giustiniani. Hannah Elizabeth Nebus. Jack Thomas Gottfried. Brooke Sands Green. Joseph Perry Griffith. Julia Elizabeth Griot. Alyssa Ann Grupp. Sophia Elizabeth Haas. Matthew Thomas Haberly. Aiden Raymond Hackmeyer. Grace Marlene Hallinan. Madeline Elizabeth Handy. Jake Thomas Harris. Sadira Jasmine Hayes. Julia Elizabeth Hiko. Rebecca Elizabeth Hendricks. Zachary Shoen Livingston Hoashi. Ethan Hobbs. Kara Joy Hodge. Erin Lee Renee Hoffman. Ariana Kim Huber. John Joseph Iacono. John Russell Impt. Sarah Melissa Jacobs. Molly Lynn Jane. Janae S. June. Alyssa Lee Brett Jones. Summer Madalena Giuliano. Jacqueline Blaze Kalinowski. Roman Christopher Katona. Miles Cotterer. Diana Kazarian. Ava Pauline Kearney. Emma Rose Keating. Laura Kelton. Paige Elizabeth Kari. Grace Kirk. Leah Gabrielle Cleaner. Jamie Nicole Knopf. Abigail Rose Kosterich. Shannon Eileen Konecki. Alexandra Mary Kunkel. Lauren Xiaolin Kwan. Deanna Grace LaGreca. Kelly Lambertson. Jaden Ada Aliyah Lance. James William Lancy. Lily Catherine Laporta. Hannah Rose Levitt. Alexis Eileen Lee. Victoria Lynn Layton. Ryder William Lemmerman. Sienna Faith Lentz. Declan Joseph Leonard. Isabella Libreros. Morgan Asia Lobosco. Christian Arthur Locker. Noah Vernon Loeb. Antonio Luca Lomont. Brooke Elizabeth Lochran. Amanda Grace Lubin. Deirdre Renee Luders. Jackson Noah Lustberg. Elizabeth Mary Madden. Julian Raphael Madera. Spencer Andrew Madsen. Lydia Melena Magianis. Lauren Elizabeth Malatesta. Lily May Malpass. Katarina Mary Mancini. Paige Olivia Mangan. Timothy Jameson Mann. Stella Bianca Mantelli. Christina Mary Marciano. Sarah Elizabeth Marks. Tyler James Marquez. Madison Nicole Marone. Sydney Alana Martin. Madison Martinelli. Beatriz Greco Matarazzo. Logan McKinney. Evan Lee McMullen. Deanna Marie McNally. Quinn Paul McNicholas. Vidrew Sheldon McQueen. Sophia Grace Mehmeti. Jatsia L. Marizaldi. James Summer Millard. Sophia Giovanna Miranda. Sean Michael Mudine. Hayden Joseph Moore. Francesca Elise Morabito. Brendan Charles Morchian. Kelsey Ann Morgantini. Eli Robert Morrison. Grace Townsend Mulvihill. Samuel Murphy. Blair Knackley. Luca Daniel Nasca. Juliana Nemi. Max Samantha Nelson. Anthony Michael Nisi. Isabella Morgan Nuzzo. Anna S. Obsgarden. Allison Marie O'Grady. Annalise Michelle O'Leary. Erin Beverly O'Leary. Yasir M. Olinja. Emanuela Maria Panapinto. Alyssa Nadia Pankowitz. Jeffrey Stephen Pardo. Chloe Elizabeth Parks. Teresa Patry. Mary D. Patriarca. Zoe Talia Paulus. Justin Michael Peeney. Megan E. Pereira. Samantha Grace Perella. Lola Piccolo. Sean R. Piet. Michelle Ann Pirozzi. Isabella Pizzo. Phoebe Erin Pope. William Joseph Promisal. Meredith Gwen Prudhomme. Catherine Page Quinn. Alyssa Rose Ramondi. Skylar Rose Ransom. Victoria Lee Raspy. Ashley N. Redway. Ava Christine Reed. Colin Thomas Reese. Amy Rundon. Madison Christina Riccardi. Charlie Wolf Rydell. Mitchell T. Ryapel. Maria Elena Rivel. Elizabeth Jane Robinson. Caroline Rose Robitaille. Michelle Rodal. Julianne Margaret Rodriguez. David Harlan Root. Alexandra Janine Rossi. Benjamin Charles Rusin. Hunter Bo Sabers. Sophia Safante. Ty Alexa Sanders. Allison Marie Santoro. Andres E. Santos. Charles Frederick Scheel. Maddie Kennison Schrader. Andrew James Shibeli. Amelia Scott. Andriana Celieres. Eliana Celieres. Leah Marie Salati. Bruno Carlos Cervisi. Tristan Harper Shannon. Marika Elena Shively. Stella Rose Shortino.
Live read. No, that's the live read. John Dominic Saleo.
Brianna Christine Sinopoli. Christopher Colin Smith. Sadie Ann Smith. Sydney Faith Shrednowski. Tyler Richard Stazak. Brooke Ashley Frances Stickles.
Jessica Nicole Stomber.
Brianna Sudaker. Madison Sky Summit. Natalie Annette Sweeney. Allison Grace Sykes. Ava Tobacco. Nicole Christine Tosca. Adrian Jaheim Taylor. Ellie Elizabeth Thomas. Jason Michael Thurston. Kaya Iman Tigner Sokol. Spencer Anthony Trupiano. Sasha Ruth Tuddenham. Caroline Michelle Turley. Anusha Vedyanathan. Larity May Van Nieuwenhuis. Nicole Marie Vauder. Chloe Elizabeth Veazey. Sophia Sharon Villa. Jack Harvey Wiley. Joseph Alexander Viner. Salvatore Robert Wonderling. Faya Walker. Sierra Rosalina Weissner. Kylie Gabrielle Williams. Kyla Reiko Yee. Zoe M. Yorish. Maxwell Albert Zart. Julia Ray Zulin.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the School of Liberal Arts please come forward? Joining me at the podium is Dean of the School of Liberal Arts, Martin Schaefer.
Gabriella Amleto. Zachary Scott Arce. Cassandra Arancibia. Maya Rachel Aurora. Caitlin Blenko. Kaylee Rose Brard. Paul Joseph Bonagiro. Jordan Macy Berwin. Ella Rose Capolino. Shanae Denise Meir Carrington. Eric V. Chaffin. Lindsay Juliana Clark. Rebecca Teresa D'Ambrosio. Patrick G. Davis. Riley Thomas Delaney. Thomas Brendan Dillon. Alex Mitchell DeVincentis. Nicholas William Donahue. William James Doherty. Monica Lavinia Dugan. Alex John Erdogan. Elizabeth A. Fenton. Charisma Marie Fernandez. Caroline Ann Fogarty. Erin Marie Fox. Ternan James Goss. Sophia Jane Grabowski-Berda. Paige Lillian Graff. Jack C. Harvey. Delaney Rose Hayes. Marissa R. Hebert. Roberto Santiago Heinert. Emma Winslow Hersey Powers. James Riley Kavanaugh Hickman. Athen Alexis Hollis. Syeda Ayman Hussein. Madeline Patricia Kemmler. Cheyenne Jewel Kimball. Allison Margaret Kirkman. Samuel James Lane. Grant David Lenski. Ty James Long. Miranda Jolie Lopez. Christina Marie Lubrano. Melanie Elizabeth Lynch. Anne Elizabeth Muller. Carly Rose Malfado. Tori Janae Mariano. Jeremy Michael Mbogo. Grace Marie McCormick. Alexandra May Messina. Elena Michael. Evelyn Grace Milburn. Allison Rose Morris. Jeremy Keegan Mowbray. Laura Murphy. Mona Neshwat. Sophie Kirsten Park. John Sorotkin Flieger. Isabella Chase Piacenti. Joshua Daniel Popoka. Thomas Joseph Quinn. Sarah Mallory Rabinowitz. Lydia Marie Rollo. Christian Thomas Rafael Rivera. Julia Lynn Rufino. Juliana Marie Sands. Andres Sarmiento. Gregory Philip Seawald. Ashley Genesis Surias. Aiden Dennis Smithwick. Stephanie Celia Sparunas. Emily Ann Stalakis. Nicholas Robert Tompkins. Kabal Singh Virk. Raiden Yoichi Sagum Yamasaki.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the School of Computer Science and Mathematics please come forward? Joining me at the podium is Interim Dean of the School of Computer Science and Mathematics, Carolyn Matthews. President Weinman, the candidates for the bachelor's degrees are
Saeed Ismail Abdullahi.
Casey Allegra. Joseph Thomas Bartoldi. Christian John Bauer. John Patrick Booth. Stephen Joseph Boucher. Kira Marie Burns. Brendan Cabrera. Edward Daniel Capone. William Christopher Karras. James Louis Chirico. Emerson Cook. Kyle John Karunas. Caitlin Andrea Delatorre. Connor Peter Desmond. Hoto A. Duali. Easton Jacob Eberwine. Vincent Cole Fermo. Raiden Isaiah Malosi Fia. Nicholas Anthony Fiore. Henry James Foreman. Austin Nicholas Frank. Brianna Christina Gallo. Brendan E. Gibbons. Joseph Jock Jadota. Luca Stephen Gristina. Brandon Joseph Galuni. Liam Henry Haggerty. Ahmed I. Handule. Alexander Bruce Hanish. Emily Lynn Harwood. Andrew Hatch. Maiciel Cruz Hernandez. Grace Amalia Teresa Hoffhines. Connor Harrison Johnson. Tyler Ian Kaminer. Emile Maurice Corey. Matthew James Koopman. Daisy Jane Kopachinski. Michael Mart Laffin. Alexander Kekoa Lawson. Annie Young Lee. Jacob Michael Macrina. Rocco Augustus Mangone. Ian James Marsh. Andrew James Masoni. Catherine Elizabeth Massey. Aiden Tanchoko McCormack. Lucas Su Il Yong McCullough. Christopher Frederick Meyer. Olivia Nicole Miller. Kyle Patrick Mulkins. Nicholas Glenn Muratori. Matthew Thomas O'Malley. Luke Andrew Petsovich. Andrew Leonard Riotto. Bennett C. Romeo. Colin Patrick Ruggeberg. Heidi Sala. Joshua Aaron Seligman. Hannah Sharkey. Adam Siemiankowicz. Arn Veer Singh. Stivens Smith. Arjun Suresh. Luke Thomas Surowitz. Ryan James Taylor. John Luke Thermos. James Wallace Thompson. Raymond James Tomo. Skylar Rose Ulrich. Ryan James Varka. Marcus Antonio Fonseca Vesio. Samuel John David Viola. Alphonse Francis Vota IV. Kylie Wasserman. Kyle Matson Wright.
The college will now formally confer your degrees. Marist is awarding 3 sets of bachelor's degrees today: the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and the Bachelor of Fine Arts.
All right, are you ready? Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts please rise? By the powers vested in me by the Regents of the State of New York and the trustees of Marist College, and upon the recommendation of your faculty, I hereby bestow upon you the degree Bachelor of Arts with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. All right. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science please rise? By the powers vested in me by the Regents of the State of New York and the trustees of Marist College, and upon the recommendation of your faculty, I hereby bestow upon you the degree Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Will the candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Fine Arts please rise? By the powers vested in me by the Regents of the State of New York and the trustees of Marist College, and upon the recommendation of your faculty, I hereby bestow upon you the degree Bachelor of Fine Arts with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Please stand. The Marist song will now be sung by members of the Marist Singers. Marist College has been honored by the presence of this assembly today. We thank you all for your attendance. Would audience members please remain in your places during the recessional of our platform party and faculty. Following the recessional, please join us for some refreshments with your graduate under the tent in St. Peter's Meadow by the entrance to the pedestrian walkway. Class of 2024. You are now dismissed. Congratulations.